I'm still fucking with this thing here.
Copy that.
All right, I've designated as waypoint 1, but do I need elevation to make it air to air?
No, you make it air to air by pushing on the data. So
Yeah.
where it says data, and down at the bottom left it says A/AWP. Push that button and it should box it, and there should be a little 1 there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you select waypoint 1, and then you push the AAWP button under the data page, and it will make it the air-to-air waypoint or bullseye.
I got it. All right, sir.
All right, you ready? Amos, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Was that you on channel 18?
No, that's on. I'm on
Okay, that's
Discord.
all right. That's fine. No, we'll stay. We're gonna stay on Discord. It's just the three of us. I'm just using DRS to get us off the carrier. I'm gonna launch standard CV departure.
502 launching Cat 1.
And 507 launching Cat 2.
All right, we're past 7 miles. Everybody saddled up? Yep. All right. Go. Here. All right, go ahead and accelerate to about 470 knots, and we're going to come right to north. Coming right. It is what it is. If I get going too fast, y'all let me know. I've got it pulled back a little bit, about 94% power, so. Trying to get enough speed on here so we can get climbing. FPAS is saying 470 is the best climb speed. This weight that carrying. So we'll see what it looks like. Rolling out, rolling out. A little wind. Yeah. Well, we're still pretty low. Go ahead and pull it up to 5 degrees, nose up. Like that. Guess we're going to climb at about 430. Because if I try and go any faster, I'm going to lose you guys. Yeah. That'll get us up in that general direction. Then we'll spawn some aircraft and see what happens next. All right. Amos? All right. Let's see. Go ahead on your TACAN receiver, Amos. Dial in channel 92, air-to-air Yankee. And then after you do that, box your HSI, or box the TACAN on your HSI page real quick.
All right.
Okay, you see where it says 0.4 in the up on your HUD?
I do.
Okay, so
Oh, hang on. I've got to find. There you guys are. All right.
I can't hear you. You talking on the radio?
Yeah, I got it because I was using this as a secondary.
Ah.
But all right, I got.
All right, so that's your distance from me. All right. So right now you're 7/10 of a mile.
Yeah, I was heads down. Yeah,
See where you are. See you.
I got you. I'm at your 5 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah, I see you back there, straight back. You're in my. I see you back there on the SA page. Oh man, I love SA too. Have you got your data link? Have you got your data link turned on? Amos? Amos?
Yep.
So you got your data link button turned on.
Yes.
Yeah, you just went blasting past. Apparently. Oh, that's. I'm gonna pull back the throttles to about 250 and let Amos catch up, and then. All right. So the formation that we're looking for here, Amos, is combat spread. Are you familiar with that one?
About a mile and a half off, yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna be out. You're gonna be at the same. You're gonna be running parallel to me, probably off to my right, about a mile to a mile and a half. That's actually 1.2 to 1.5 miles off for an offensive combat spread, and plus or minus 3,000 feet. You above or below? You got a pretty big gap out there. So let's go ahead and go to combat spread. Right, you're going to be off to my right side.
Copy.
I have got the throttle pulled way back to 250. Just barely climbing. We're going to go up to about Angels 24 and level off, and then I'll start spawning some aircraft. Actually, we might do a tack form or two real quick before we spawn aircraft.
It's really hard to get speed when
Oh, I know.
you're this high, man.
Oh, I know it is, and that's why I'm just being patient. I got the throttle pulled way back. I'm doing 247 knots.
Oh,
Okay, which one are you?
I can't hear you, Amos. Use
Discord, you're on radio.
Can you use Discord?
Sure.
Yeah, your volume's real low on the radio. Okay, so you're coming up on my wing right now, so you need to kick out to about a mile and a half. What's your fuel state?
10.
Mark. You're only 0.2 nautical miles out.
Yeah, I just wanted to find out which one you were. That's you right there.
That's me right here, waggling my wings around at 200 knots.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm gonna start accelerating now. We're at 24. I'm gonna level off. And
Leveling out. We're a little light.
yeah. All right, so you come up even with me, Amos. We'll start working on tack turn. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do that tonight. There's a video that was posted on the Warhawks channel. Amos.
I hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know when you.
Well, I don't know when you want me to answer you. But
sorry, dude.
It's okay.
There's a video that's posted on the Warhawks channel that talks about tack formation and tactical maneuvers. And when you get a chance, go ahead and watch that. That's not part of your CCAT, so.
Okay.
You do use them, trust me.
Yeah, you're going to use them.
A lot.
All right, let's go ahead and fence while we're up here. So go to air and select AMRAMs. Once you get your AMRAM selected, Amos, let me know. And I'm going to keep about 300 knots here, Mach 0.74.
3 is fenced out. 10.0.
Buddy Spike.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh,
Buddy Spike.
not me.
Okay, Amos, have you got your weapons stores page up on your left DDI?
I do.
Okay, you see where it says size? Push the size button and select small.
On my weapon stores I've got, mine doesn't say that.
Okay, select your AIM 120s. Buddy Spike.
You said defense end, is that right?
Yes.
Okay,
Master arm
so
on,
that-
air-to-air mode, select AIM 120 missile.
Yeah, and every time I do, I'm locking you up.
Shouldn't be in that mode. Your radar should not be in an automatic mode. Should be showing a 2-bar scan at 40 nautical miles when you select AIM 120s. Does it say AC4 on the bottom of your HUD and visual?
That was weird.
Buddy Spike. Does it say AC4 visual on the bottom of your HUD?
It does not.
Then you don't have AIM 120 selected. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Should say AC4.
He's heads down, so just watch it. He's coming pretty quick towards you.
Yeah, I see that. Shit. Thank you.
Yeah. That's what Waterboy taught us to keep our heads on a swivel. So. All right. Where you at? I lost you in visual. I'm sweeping to the left.
I'm low. I'm low. I've got somebody right above me.
Yeah, it'll probably be me.
Okay.
There you go. I got visual on you both now.
Yeah, I'm inverted coming in behind him.
Yep, I'm slowing down.
All right. Have you selected AIM 120s?
All right. Size small.
Right. And then RCS, you want to put small because we're going to be going up against fighters, right? So we want the missiles to be looking for small target.
Yeah.
Okay, so some things about the radar here. We're just going to fly around and look at and talk about the radar for a minute. All right. When you select AIM 120s, you first select AIM 120s, it's going to come up in a 2-bar scan at 40 nautical miles. All right. And that's not necessarily the scan that I like. I'd rather have it come up at 80 nautical miles, and I'd rather have it come up at a 6-bar scan. You can change it however you want. If you push the data button down on the bottom left side, you're going to see that over on the right-hand side, there's a box that says LTWS that's box. That's latent track while scan mode. And I always turn that one off because it kind of sucks. It's a little confusing. All right. Up at the top right hand of the radar display, you'll see the number 4. See that number up there?
Yes, on the right-hand side, 4.
Yeah. If you push the button right above it, you'll see it gets bigger. And it'll go all the way up to 32 and then go down to 2 and start back up. What that does is that's the number of seconds that the target hit will remain on your screen before it fades out if it isn't refreshed. All right? And I usually use that. So I turn LTWS off and I run to 16, and then I'm going to push the data button again, go back to the main page. So I've got 6-bar scan, 80 nautical miles, and I'm going to push the set button.
Yeah, it fell down and below the thing. The door.
Yes, I see.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for you.
I see you.
Yeah, you're way back. Am I right? That's fine. Just fly your jet, dude. Don't worry about it, because we're not gonna spawn anything yet. Okay, so when you push your set button, did you do that, Amos?
We're moving a little too fast here.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry, dude.
That's
Okay, tell me what you need me to do.
Well, I'm still working on some stuff, so
Okay.
okay, so working on it.
Start a right-hand turn here. Power up. Good. We're gonna shoot for 250 there, operator.
Yeah. I'm
Just
just
to save some
I'm in
fuel.
trail pretty much, and
Yeah. All I'm gonna do is orbit right here until we get some of this worked out with.
yep.
Well,
There's no point in pushing into Russia.
Yeah.
Getting shot down by Sam
Yeah.
because they are out there.
Oh, I know. We've been out there.
all right. So I'm in ACM mode. I've got
Okay. You should
I've got
not be in
4 to
AC mode.
okay. Then I guess I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So
That's all right. That's all right. Just relax. How do you have your controller set up for selecting your missiles for all your air-to-air ordnance?
By the book. By the book.
Okay, so if you take that thumb controller on the left-hand side of your stick and move it back towards the center of the stick, in other words, you push that button right, it should bring up your AMRAM.
Yeah, I've got my 120 Charlie selected.
Okay.
I mean, so I've got AC4 visual on my HUD. What I was doing, I was going by your what you were talking about with
your radar. I've switched buttons for my push to talk because anyway, sorry.
No, that's fine, dude. You're fine. Relax. Cool. I'm in a right-hand orbit up here, marking.
Yeah, I see you.
He's about.
Okay, so are you still in ACM mode right now?
Yeah.
On your radar?
Yeah.
Okay, use your pinky switch, your pinky button on the stick to drop to, and it should take you back into. The pinky button on your switch, on your stick, should take you back into range while scan mode.
Yep, got it.
Okay. Let's select something. Let's select a different weapon. Let's go ahead and select the gun real quick. Now you're in ACM mode and the radar's doing its own, right? If you select the gun, did your radar go into ACM mode?
I've got aim 7. I got my 7s, everything. Yep, I'm in gun.
Okay, now go back to aim 120.
Okay.
See, the radar's going to switch modes. When you select different weapons, radar's going to switch modes on you.
All right.
All right, so you're in aim 120 now. What's your radar set for your range, the number of bars you're scanning?
4 bars at 40 miles.
Right. All right. Now, if that's the way you want it set, that's fine. What I'm going to show you is how to change the automatic setting that comes up when you select aim 120. All right. So, because it's got a default radar setting that it comes up in anytime you select aim 120s. Like if you go from guns back to 120s, it's always going to come up to 4-bar scan, 40 nautical miles, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to show you how you can change that. I like it to come up in a 6-bar scan at 80 nautical. That's just me. All right. Okay. So I changed to 6 bars and I extended out to 80 nautical miles. Now, if you push the data button, you're going to see down at the bottom and on the right-hand side, there's some things boxed, right?
Yep.
Got color boxed, got LTWS boxed. LTWS stands for latent track while scan, and it kind of doesn't work really well right now. So I push the button next to it to unbox it. And I recommend you do the same.
Copy.
All right. Up on the top, that number up there, which is 4 right now, you can set it so that it, however many seconds you want it to leave the contact on the radar screen after it sweeps it. I usually run mine at 16, so it stays on there a little bit longer. All right?
Okay, hang. All right.
Okay, now push the data button again. It's going to bring us back to that first page on the radar screen. You're still in range while scan. So set the number of bars and the range that you want for every time that you select an aim 120. And once you've done that, let me know.
All right. I've got it set to 80 miles,
Okay.
and I
Now-
did what you told me.
Okay, and look, this is a personal thing. Everybody's a little different, but I'm just showing you how to do this. All right, you see where it says set on the right-hand side of the DDI?
Yep.
Push that button. Going to box that set for a minute, and then it's going to go away. You see that?
Yep.
Okay, now switch to gun.
Okay.
Now switch back to aim 120.
Got 80 miles for scan.
Right. What you've done is you've just changed the default for the aim 120. You can do that for every weapon system that you've got, every air-to-air weapon system you've got. You can set up the default radar on it however you want.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now, your sensor select hat switch.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and push that to the left. Push it. All right. Fine.
What?
Disregard. Push it straight up. Push the sensor select hack switch straight up.
Okay.
They changed
antibody
it.
spike. Antibody spike, and you're fine. Just leave it go. All right, so up on your, and let's go ahead and turn your helmet mounted sight on too. Turn on your HMD. Crank it all the way up.
All right.
Did change it. I'm not getting. There it is. Okay, so up on your HUD.
That's pretty cool. I've never used one.
Yeah, it's neat. All right, so up on your HUD, you see it says you have the big circle on the outside. And what the big circle on the outside is if you shoot an AIM 120, there's an airplane out there. That airplane's inside of the big circle, right?
Yep.
If you shoot an AIM 120 without even locking the airplane up, and that airplane's inside of that big circle, that AIM 120 is going to go out, it's going to turn on in Mad Dog mode, and it's going to lock up to the first airplane it sees inside that big circle. All right?
Okay. Yep.
That's called the visual circle. Now, you've got a smaller circle in there. You see that one?
No. I've got,
Okay.
what I've got is a square box.
Okay, drop the contact. Drop me. Pinky switch.
I did.
Yeah, you still locked me up. There you go. You should see a small circle in there in the middle. If you don't, push your sensor select hat switch forward. And it just locked me up. Yeah, you need to not point your nose at me.
Well, it's kind of hard because you're in front of me.
Yeah, so
All right.
turn
Let
a
me
different
do that.
direction. We don't have to be together. We can meet up here in a minute. I need you to be able to see this stuff, and it won't work if it keeps locking me up, right?
All right. So I've got a dotted line, a dotted circle.
A small one, right?
Pretty big. It's about the size of a quarter.
He's teaching
Yeah.
a new guy good.
All right, and down on the right side, it says
And
HACQ.
It said 30 minutes.
See
That's
that?
correct. Yep. Mhm.
All right, so now turn your head to the right.
Yep.
See
I got
see
it.
The dotted line keeps going with you,
Mm-hmm.
and then at some point it stops following your helmet and it starts flashing on and off.
Yep. I got it.
All right, that's the gimbal limit for the radar. So anywhere you look, then look at the range on your radar real quick. What's the range on your radar?
10 miles.
10 miles. So this is anything that's within 10 miles. If you put that little circle on it, you look at it, put the little circle on it, it's going to lock it up.
Okay.
And you can shoot an AIM 120 at it. Now, push the sensor hat switch in the same direction again, except hold it for a second. And then release it.
What am I looking for?
It should say LACQ. There it goes.
Oh, LHAQ.
LHAQ. Now look at the range on your radar.
40 miles.
40 miles. So you're flying around like this. You see an airplane contrailing out there. You look at it, put the circle around it, it immediately locks it up, and you can shoot an AIM-120 at him BVR
Oh,
from
cool.
40 miles. Okay?
Okay.
Push the sensor select hat switch to the left.
Okay.
Okay, it says WACQ. That's wide area acquisition. Now, anything that's within the big circle on your HUD, or pretty much within within your HUD, it'll lock up.
Yeah,
it's 10 nautical miles.
Yeah, I don't have a circle.
No, you got a big circle though, because you still got aim 120s up, right? You got the big dash circle, the Mad Dog circle.
Well, you told me to. Okay. All right, hang on.
I'm sorry, are you still in guns?
Yeah.
Okay, switch to aim 120s and do all of this.
Yeah, there's a big ass circle there.
Yeah, that's the Mad Dog circle for aim 120s.
Oh, okay.
All right. And if you push your sensor select hat switch to the left, you're going to see it says WACQ on there. And essentially what it's going to do is it's going to tell the radar to acquire anything that's within the HUD. So if you got something that's sitting inside your HUD in this mode, it's within 10 nautical miles, it's going to lock it up. All right?
Okay.
Now pull the sensor select hat switch back towards you, or down. Now you see you got two vertical dotted lines. Do you have those on your HUD?
That's what I'm looking for.
Pull it back straight down and you'll see.
I got it.
Okay, look at the range on your radar.
Yeah, 5 miles.
5 miles. All right, I use this when I'm in a dogfight with guns a lot. Because what it does is it's not a very, if you look at your radar, you see it's rastering back and forth, but it's only moving a couple of degrees. But on the left-hand side, you see the arrow going up and down like crazy?
Yes. It's gating vertically, yeah.
It's gating vertically, that's right. So if you're in a turning fight with a guy and you're looking out the top of the canopy at him, you're rolled on your side and you're in a hard turn with this guy and you're trying to lock him up on radar and you're close, right? You're gonna shoot him with guns, or you're gonna shoot him with a heat-seeking missile, and you pop your radar into this mode. Well, hell, it's gonna grab him. It's gonna lock him up way up there, and you can shoot that 9X off bore sight. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So, all right. So those are the different radar modes. Now, if you hit your pinky switch, you're in AIM 120 mode. It's going to take you right back to that big long-range scan that we used. Okay?
Yep, 80 miles. Yep.
All right. Go ahead and select your AIM 9X.
Got it.
Okay, so you got the little circle in the middle. Remember, you got to uncage it. If you're going to let it lock onto somebody, you got to uncage it, and it'll snap over. And you just use the uncage button. Now, if you turn your head with the helmet-mounted sight, you'll see there's a big circle that's moving around with you, right? In your helmet sight.
Yep.
Depending on which wing the missile is that it's using, that thing will track quite a ways either to the right or the left, and that's the sensor for the heat seek. And if you put that big circle on a maneuvering target and you hit the uncage button, the little circle will zip over there and lock onto it.
Okay.
And then you can shoot the 9X off bore sight.
So, depending on which missile you select, it also dictates how far you can turn your head.
Well,
because right now I'm looking out at my rail right now, and 9X on my outboard pylon on the right wing.
Yeah.
And I'm looking toward my mirror and lower mirror, and it's the circle's just flashing. It looks like a backward C.
Yeah, and mine's doing the same thing, which tells me I'm out of gimbal lock on that missile. So I don't know which one. I don't know which missile is gimbaling right now. It might be one of the ones under the wing. It is one of the ones under the wing, and I don't know how to step through them. So,
Well, you
there we
use
go.
Yeah.
Push the button. So if you select one of the wingtip missiles, you can see it'll go a lot farther, almost directly off your.
Yeah, I see it.
And so you just got to keep select. You got to make sure you select the right missile, depending on which way the guy's turning. You select the missile on the opposite wing. Obviously, you're not going to be able to make that off bore sight shot like that. Okay.
Yep, copy.
All right, so that's all the good toys. So deselect that. Go ahead and select 9Xs. The gun when you select the gun, it's obviously going to go into a
Funnel.
AC mode, and you're going to see a big dotted. You're going to see the big dotted circle around the HUD, and it's essentially going to try and lock on what's ever in the HUD. I'll either use this or I'll pull back and get the 2 vertical bars. Try and get that vertical. If I'm in a turn and fight with somebody, I'm going to be. This is the mode I'm going to switch to, and you can go back to the other one by selecting wide area acquire. Push the button to the left. Okay.
Okay.
And that's it. Those are the weapons.
We'll see how they work.
All right. I see you guys. See you right behind me.
Yeah, I'm off.
Operator, you back there still?
Yeah, I'm off to your right. He's somewhere else. Was cutting in front.
48 miles away from you.
Oh shit. Okay, that's you behind me, operator, because I'm 5 miles out.
Yeah.
All right. I think I see him. Hang on a second. Yeah, that's an F-18.
Yeah, I got
46 miles. You're at 23. Your Angel's 23?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to maneuver back towards us? You see us on the SA page?
I see you on my Let me get to my SA page here.
Yeah, I usually keep the SA page down in the center.
Usually I'll have the HSI on the right and then radar as well. If I'm switching in between, and then I keep my EW page up as well on the left-hand side.
I put the early warning on the HUD, and because the SA page will give you early warning for aircraft also. I keep the SA in the middle, my stores page on the left, the radar on the right for aircom. But everybody's different.
Right.
Set it up
whatever's comfortable.
Set it up the way you're comfortable.
Reason I keep my EW page, you can set. I still have it on the HUD as well, but I also want to see,
Yeah, I know. Well, the SA is really good for that, for airborne threats.
Is it really? I haven't really messed with it. I just, I use it for,
It'll show a colored triangle. Amos, where you going, buddy?
Coming around. I got a contact at 1-5 around 1-5.
No, that's not. Somebody else.
And I got fuel about 5.4.
Let's go left. You're down to 5.4?
4? Yeah.
All right. That's probably the tanker there.
No, it's not. We're up here.
E3. It's the E3.
We can make it to Gudada and land and fuel and everything.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Can you get to Gudada?
I have to see where it is.
See it.
He's almost, you go.
All right. Amos, turn 180 degrees.
Go heading 269.
Yep.
I've lost.
Go to Gudada, we'll land. You're fine.
No, I lost. I'm good now.
We're going to go to Gudada, we'll land, and we'll get some fuel. Okay?
Okay.
Five-point work.
I'm at 6.9 right now. Almost form up on your right.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fencing out.
Fencing out, 6.8. Still
Fenced
leaving.
out 7.4.
Might have been
Connected
able to
to-
get. It should be.
Is that Sakumi? I mean, not Sakumi, but look, there's a reason we've got the F10 map.
We need to head 170.
It's Sochi.
Yeah.
We're landing in Russia.
Yeah.
Coming left.
Yep. Checking left. You speeding up?
Good old. No, I've still got the ATC set for 250.
Okay.
Once we roll out, we'll put some. I'm sorry about the confusion there, Amos.
It's okay.
You and I haven't spent any time together, so it's not confusion. It's just me trying to catch up. You guys have been doing a hell of a lot more than I have because I've been,
You've been working.
Yeah, that and I haven't got to something.
Whoops, overshot.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's all right. We'll talk when we get on the ground.
I'm checking right 170.
Yeah, 'cause I'm a dummy.
I was wondering what you're doing. You were talking, so I wasn't going to interrupt you.
All right.
No, I'm a dummy.
Starting my descent.
Do you want us to go straight in so we can make it quick, or do you want to do a full pattern?
Yeah, I need to see the airport first.
I got visual of it.
Yeah, we can go straight in. Pulling power all the way back. Idle power. Take it down.
All right, I'm going to...
Tell you what. Yeah, you're free to maneuver at will.
All right. We'll just do it that way then.
That's just a lot easier because I'm not sure where you are. And
I'm off to your right.
yeah, I know you're over there. I can see you on the SA page. At this point, because I'm maneuvering pretty hard here and not being a good lead right now. So
You're teaching, man. You got to do that. So it's fine.
maneuver as need be.
Okay.
I'll let you go first. I'm going to start a left-hand turn here. Just to do a
Fox
left.
3. I'm kidding.
I'm going to do a left 180.
Did you just say
You go
Fox
ahead.
3?
Yeah,
I
he's
was
being a
fucking-
smartass.
I was fucking with.
I'm like, what? I thought
What?
I thought you said it.
No, I didn't. I've been listening to Dos Amigos songs, the fighter pilot songs here lately. Holy shit, they're hilarious.
Oh,
Or Dos Gringos.
Dos
Gringos.
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
got
God.
one called Big Blue Vibrator. It's kind of fun.
I like Shaved Dog's the Legend of Shaved Dog's Ass.
Yeah.
You actually might beat me. Beat
Are
me
you
down.
serious?
Yeah.
I'm just doing a 180.
You might beat me. Alright, slowing down.
See over there to my left, you're a lot closer to the coast than I am.
Yeah, I'm lined up straight and heading 140, so I'm heading south, pretty much southeast, straight
Yeah,
in.
I see you.
Are you on the ground yet? They're
No.
famous.
Oh, you're talking to Famous?
Yeah.
No, I got you. You're about to cross my nose. I'm headed 282, and you're just coming over the ridge. You're lined up.
506, radio check, button 18.
I'm at
506, loud and clear.
4,000. I'll be at your 10 o'clock.
Stand by.
Yep, I got you. Inlet ice. I get inlet ice now.
Altitude. Altitude.
Come on, get the speed down.
Boards in the back work really well for it.
What's that?
I said those big boards in the back.
Oh
With
yeah.
that big board in the back, it works really well for that shit.
There we go. I got it down.
Who's in front here?
I
You
am.
or Amos?
I am.
Yeah. Got both of you in sight. Coming over the ridge now.
There's a little crosswind, so be careful. Just be ready.
Yeah. Yar. All right, I'm on very long final over the top of the mountain.
That's fine. I'm gonna go along this baseline here and then kind of arc around.
This is a short runway, so be careful.
Copy that. I see you.
Yeah, I got you.
Copy.
Oh, you're bouncing.
What?
All right, everybody make sure you stay well away from each other because we got bouncing airplanes, okay?
Son of a bitch. They're supposed to fix that.
No, they haven't. I'm seeing you bounce way up into the air.
Fuck. Alright. Oh shit. You gotta be kidding me. I'm dead.
What's the matter? What happened?
Rudder pedals didn't want to fucking work.
Oh, how convenient.
Yeah, oh well. That's embarrassing.
Sorry, dude.
It's alright.
I hate it when that happens. Well, your wreck is still bouncing heavily.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Get on field. Land.
Request rearming.
I'm gonna add 3 bags and then drop them when I get there, and then
Works for me, bro.
I'll have I'll still have the same amount of ammunition. It's just all gonna be on round 2 on
That's
one rack.
fine. That's fine.
You down, Grid?
No, I'm coming up on
Flight control.
about a mile
Flight
out,
control.
3/4 of a mile out, something like that. I'm on final.
Copy.
You should be fine to roll in
All
behind.
right. Yeah, I see you.
I'm dirtied up and just watch this crosswind, buddy. It's a beast.
It's a little, yeah, it's a bitch.
Look, there's a bridge, and I'm gonna fly right next to it.
I did. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, almost fly through it.
All right, rudder pedals
Well,
are
there's
working now.
There's no Vazzy here, so it's.
I'll get everything set up when I'm flying out to you. So
That's... Ooh, yeah. Rudder pedals are needed on this thing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They decided to find time not to work. I was sitting there
Mhm.
moving them and they wouldn't turn.
Amos, when you get on the ground, make sure you park well away from me. I'm gonna roll down the taxiway a ways, and
I'm watching you, yo-yo.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got serious yo-yoing going on. Come on, brakes. Shit. Ground loop. And I just bird.
Four 406, Lodge Cat 1.
All right, I'm clear of the runway. After I ground looped it into the grass. Amazed. I'm a broken airplane. Nope.
Pieces all over the.
What's that?
I said there's pieces laying out here on the runway.
It's probably me.
Yep, and you're bouncing all over too.
Oh, it's
I'm
probably
gonna
me.
come up. I'm gonna come up here when you come off the end of the runway on the right. You'll see some big fuel trucks and shit. I'm gonna be up here parked next to them refueling.
Okay.
All right. All right, I'm gonna be off comms for a minute.
Yeah, copy.
Back. Man, Amos, you are just bouncing.
Yeah, so are you.
We need to make sure we don't taxi into each other.
Yeah, I'll let you taxi out when we're done. They're starting to fuel me now.
And got a little.
No, you and I'll have to work there some more on some shit. It's just it's a lot. It was a lot to take in because I've done my missiles before, but it was just a little differently. I didn't. A lot of this shit came out with the with the data link and all of that stuff while I was in Charleston, and I've never used the helmet mounted display, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, the helmet mounted sight is really neat, and it will give you a hell of an advantage. Because once they start maneuvering, if you put that radar mode in that, either in H acquire or L acquire, L helmet, long range helmet acquire, or helmet acquire mode, where it's either 10 miles or 40 miles, man, that makes a huge difference. because you could just turn your head and look at the guy, and it'll lock him up. And if he's far enough away, you can go for the AMRAM shot. And if he's close, and if he's closer, you go for the off-bore sight heat shot. So it makes it pretty interesting. Makes fights interesting.
Yeah.
Now, you
I-
understand about notching, right? You know how to do a notch.
What I did know, or what I understood about it, is like, so if somebody's got me locked up, it's basically taking a 90-degree turn, probably
Right.
a 90-degree hard turn, and just trying to get the missile to burn its energy out.
That's part of it. A lot of these aircraft, the fighter jets, use Doppler radar. Okay. Especially
Okay.
modern jets. And so what they've got is they've got a notch filter that looks at the ground
Altitude.
and says, okay, that's the ground because I don't have any real Doppler from that. It's not closing towards me. It's not receding from me. So I'm not going to show the ground being returned, or birds or cars, things like that are moving real slow. All right. It's a way to keep the clutter off of the radar because these are all Doppler radars. That's how they can do the look down, shoot down stuff that they do with. And so you're doing two things. When you go to the notch, you're doing two things. First thing you do is you're making your rate of closure to that guy pretty much zero, right? Because you just turn sideways to him. So you're not closing on him and you're not receding. And so the radar thinks, okay, you're part of the ground, and you disappear off the radar screen. Then the second thing you do is it's causing the missile to try and lead you, which is burning out the energy. So you're actually doing two things, and that's why they call it going to the notch, because the filter that the radar uses is called a notch filter, and so that's why they call it notch left or notch right. Now, when you're flying with a wingman, generally your flight lead is going to say, if we get locked up or we get shot at, we're going to notch left or notch right. They're going to talk about it beforehand. And you want to let them know, hey, I'm defensive and I'm notching this direction, or I'm following you, whichever is happening. All right.
Hey, we got a fast mover coming in. He's right behind us. Is that you?
Yeah.
Can
you hear me?
Operator?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
operator.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he brought 3 bags of fuel.
I burned it in pretty quick.
Tell me
so
when you're done, because I'm fueled up and ready to roll.
I'm about to drop
So
the
anyway,
2 tanks.
Your lead's going to tell you, and what you'll do is we'll get out, spread out from each other, and we'll start looking at the contacts on the radar, and we'll sort the contacts. We'll say, okay, I got 3 MiG-21s coming at me. I'm going to shoot the guy on the left. You shoot the guy on the right, and then I'll take the trailer when he comes in. And then the lead will call the shot. He'll tell you at 15 miles, shoot a fox at him. Now, if we shoot at somebody at 15 miles, when you've got your AIM 120 radar up, all right, and when you've got the AIM 120 selected and you're looking at the HUD, you've got a target locked. It's going to give you a number of seconds until the missile radar turns on. All right. And then once the missile radar turns on, that number, it's going to change to what does it say? What's the symbology on that, operator? Do you remember? For the number of seconds
I wasn't
until
even
it
paying attention to what you're
impacts
saying.
TTI?
I don't even remember. That's why I'm doing this.
Anyway, that number is going to change to time to impact. And at that point, you can drop the radar lock and move on to the next aircraft because the radar on the missile's turned on and it's doing its thing. But until that missile actually locks up, you need to keep the radar lock on whatever you're shooting at. Otherwise, it's going to go pit bull and lock up whatever the hell it sees first, which could be a friendly. All right?
Okay.
That's one of the reasons. That's another reason why you need to really be aware of where your wingmen are shooting both heat-seeking missiles and AMRAMs, because Heat seekers will come off the rail and they're going to look for the hottest thing out there. Normally, they're going to be locked up on what you told them to lock up on. But if that guy does something, that heat seeker could change his target. And if there's another plane out there, it might go after him. Might not. But you got to be careful with them. And it's the same thing with AMRAAMs. I shot down Ghost one night with an AMRAAM. It went after the MiG-29, and then the MiG-29 blew up, and the fucking AMRAAM went
Golden
pitbull.
Eagle Marshall, Warhawk
And
506 holding hands with Fast Eagle 106, marking
And that was it.
Mom
And
020 for 62.
it went after
Low fuel state 5.6,
Ghost.
Angels
It shut him
27.
down. So got to watch out for these. And the other thing too is ICE is putting in, he's putting in civilian transports and shit like that, civilian aircraft in these missions and things like that. So you need to be. That's where that SA page comes in really nice, because you can look at it and say, okay, that's a friendly, that's a bogey, that's a bandit, depending on the color code and the what they look like. So if it's a green circle or a green half circle, it's a friendly. If it's a yellow square or a yellow half a square, it's an unknown. And if it's a red diamond or half of a red diamond, then it's a bandit. It's a bad guy. And in some cases, when you move your cursor over them on the SA page, it will tell you what they are. It'll say it's an F-18 or it's an E-3 or it's an unknown, or it might say it's a MiG-21. You've actually got a mode on your radar. We didn't talk about it, but we will once we get back up in the air. It's called NCTR. It's non-cooperative target recognition. And what it does is it uses a radar return trying to determine what kind of aircraft is out there. And you can use it in conjunction with mode 4 interrogation to determine a friend or foe. There's a key button that you're going to need to map at some point here pretty soon for air-to-air stuff, and it's called sensor select switch hat depress. And that's what it says on the, where you map your joystick buttons.
Okay.
Because the sensor select hat switch press is what activates the mode 4 IFF, identify friend or foe. And so if you have an unknown out there and you lock it up on the radar, unknowns are going to show up as a square on the radar, just the same as a friendly. And so you need to do a mode 4 interrogation of them to determine whether they're a friendly or a bandit. And it'll change the indicator on your HUD from a square to a diamond, and then down on your SA page, it'll go from an unknown to a red diamond, which tells you it's a bandit, or it'll change it to green, and the square on your HUD won't change, so you know it's a friendly. But mode 4 interrogation is part of it, and in the black flag, and when we go on deployment, they're going to require generally 2-factor authentication, which is going to be mode 4 and IFF, or mode 4 and mode 4 and AWACS, or if you do a mode 4 and you look down at your SA page and the SA page says it's a bandit, well, then it's a bandit. Or the guy locks you up. There's a few things like that, but we can't just indiscriminately shoot at contacts the whole thing, because there's going to be a lot of stuff out there.
Okay. I'm showing 12-5.
Okay. Did he do your rearm?
I didn't fire anything, so no, he
Okay.
just fueled me.
Well, he should say rearm complete too, because if he doesn't, if you move before he says it, it'll make your missiles not work. Wait until he says rearmament complete.
Request rearming. Copy.
And when he does, go ahead and taxi to the runway and take off. Now
Okay.
we'll follow.
All right. I'll just double check, make sure they got everything.
But if you start moving and he says, "Hey, where are you going?"
Okay.
then you need to stop and wait for him to either say it or just hit the refuel rearm button again, and he'll do it real quick.
That's what he's doing.
complete.
I'm done. I'm done, ready to go. Crap. Actually, I gotta go do some shit. I totally forgot about it.
Go do some shit because it's almost 11 o'clock here.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a little bit more, and then I'm done. I'm late. Yeah, I've been doing this quite a bit today.
All right, man. I'm out of here. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Sorry it wasn't more fun for
Oh
you.
no,
but
you're
appreciate
fine.
you coming along, brother.
Next time it'll be more fun for you, operator.
Oh, that's no big deal. I totally forgot shit.
Operator's out there with Waterboy, dude. He's getting so much air to air, it ain't even funny.
That's his forte, man.
Yeah, I know, and he's all about that tack form too, man.
Oh, you ain't doing it right. You better learn how to do it right.